vloggers, and welcome back to another Roblox Islands video. And today I'm going to be doing a full review of the Spellbook. A massive shout out to my friend Quaker Gaming 2 for giving it to me. And I'm going to be showing you best way to use it. Is it really worth it? Because I know it is pretty hard to get lots of grinding. But before we get into it, please subscribe with the notification bell on. We're so close to 50 subs. And I would really appreciate if you subbed. So, yeah. Also, one last thing. I'm going to be doing an island showcase video sometime probably in the next few weeks, where I'm going to be finding some really cool islands, showing them off, rating them, and giving like something to the winner. So, if you have a cool island, doesn't have to be massive or anything. Even if you maybe have a cool looking house, I don't know, something like that. Just send me a friend request, actually don't send me a friend request, just tell me, send me a friend request, whatever. Send me a friend request, comment down below, and I will be giving you the link, and I'll tell you when I'm gonna record the video once I find out. So yeah, and then you'll be able to get into the server. You can either send a friend request or just use the link, whichever one you prefer, and have a chance to win a food processor for the person who has the best, in my opinion, coolest island. Let's get into the video. So, as you can see, I'm here on the Wizard Lizard Island in first person, which I know is not something I usually do, just for the spellbook, and this is because the spellbook, look, it will fire straight ahead of you, kind of like the fishing rod, right? So if you go not in third person and then you fire like this, you're still not gonna go there. You are gonna go in a totally different direction, even though I clicked here, and then which makes aiming incredibly hard and annoying and very frustrating, because then you a lot of times won't hit your target. Which is why I recommend first person, because then wherever your cursor is, that is where you're gonna hit as long as you're in range. So yeah, that's tip 1, I guess. And then for tip 2 is try to start hitting the mob that you're fighting from as far off as possible, because each weapon pretty much has an advantage, and the advantage to the spellbook is that you can hit from far away. So you would probably want to hit something like this, sprint in, start clicking when you're decently far away, so then you have enough time to kill the mob, and then you don't die from the mob, which is the whole point. And also, the spellbook has another advantage, the fact that it does 60 damage, which is a lot of damage. The aquamarine sword does 17. Even with a star hit, that gilded steel hammer, which is the weapon before this, is I think 35 damage tops or something. Bows also do a bunch of damage, but they're incredibly difficult to aim, which is why I don't really recommend them. The thing with the spellbook in first person, especially for people not on a console that are used to playing in third person, is the fact that when you're fighting slimes, where there's a lot of mobs and sometimes even scorps, right? They sneak up from behind you, and you just start losing health because you can't see them, which is probably the disadvantage of the spellbook. That's what makes it so it's not too unfair of an advantage. But the good thing, you can hit the slime, the green slimes, you hit them twice and they're gone. So we can hit this thing twice before it even comes close to hitting me, which is the reason that the spellbook is such a great weapon, because especially with Bufflecore, Bufflecore and Scorps, which are the mobs with the highest health, you have to start getting them from as far away as possible, or else you just don't have a chance to hit them, get them dead before they start getting in range and you start taking damage, which is why I really, really must say I like the spellbook. The only disadvantage first is getting the spellbook, because fighting those wizard lizards is hard if you don't already have a spell book. Like my friend Quaker Gaming 2, he actually got two with them, so he was kind enough to give me one. And then once I had one, it took me like 30 minutes, and I got another one. Because once you have that first one, it's very easy to kill them. I will be releasing a video probably tomorrow, maybe day after or something, on the best method to fight them. But I mean, if you know how, it is a pretty good thing, and it's a fair fight. You have very big advantage. Even on the pink sticky gears, those are actually one of the hardest mobs to fight with this thing, in my opinion. Because again, slimes have that numbered advantage. There's so many of them that they sneak up from behind. They're swarming around you, which is where the spellbook helps. Also, you can use it from high up. So, I know something that my friend Thing Too Cool Dude found is he would stand here with his hammer and stuff and his sword and all and try to get them, which was okay. But what you can do if you want is just hit slimes from up here, because I know not everyone really is so good at fighting. So if you can get your camera angle, here, it's almost impossible, but on that rock, it's much easier to get your camera angle up, hit the slimes. Also, the other advantage to the spellbook is the amount of damage. It's colossal. I mean, it's so few hits. It's one of the best weapons. The tidal spellbook is a bit better, especially for slimes with the splash effect and all. But other than that, I mean, this one is pretty epic. If you can get this one, I very, very highly recommend it, because I mean, it just makes fighting any mob so much easier. The minute I got this thing and started using it, you can probably kill 10 more slimes per minute or something, because it's so much faster, and I was dying a lot less, killing so much more. And if you can, highly recommend it. That's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this relatively short video, just going over the spell book, its advantages, its disadvantages, and overall, if you can get it, don't forget to either send me a friend request or subscribe with the notification bell on, so you get notified when that island showcase video comes out, because the winner will win a food processor. So stay tuned for that, and see you in the next one.